here for $50,000 for you. Yeah, there we go. And we got a trophy here for you as well. And I'm going to ask you first and foremost, the very first question in everybody's mind. Michael Feng, Pro Tour champion. How does that sound?
That doesn't even sound real. Like, I cannot believe this has happened. So many things lined up that I'm so blessed and privileged to be here. I'm so grateful for everyone. Just, James White, I asked for a hug when he was trying to give me a handshake. Like, I don't know. This has just been a whole surreal experience. Like, I really never thought this would ever happen. Like, never in my wildest dreams.
Well, for one, it did happen. But let's talk about how that happened, because like you said, there's a lot of circumstances that got you here. First, you almost didn't make it here to play in the Pro Tour, right? You and the wife had a vacation planned, and it kind of worked around.
We were in Spain
right.
for like 2 weeks. We booked this like 6 months ago. We knew there was a Pro Tour around this time. I was like, maybe it's going to be in Europe, and we're just kind of like,
yeah, we'll just drive over, yeah.
And then we found out it's going to be in the States, and I was like, please. And then it was this weekend, which was like 2 days after we came back. My wife's parents live in Baltimore, so like the whole plan was they were going to drive from Baltimore to New York. We're going to fly to Spain, fly back to Spain. They were going to drive from Spain, from New York back to Baltimore. And everything just worked out perfectly. Like, it's as if, you guys knew that's where we were going to go to Spain.
Yeah, all the stars aligned. Let's talk about one other thing that happened with this as well. We talked about Brody Spurlock, one of your teammates here, making it to the top 8, and he decided to come here without his Lexi cards, and then at the last minute it was like, I want to play Lexi, and so out of the kindness of your heart, you let him borrow your actual physical Lexi deck that was the deck you chose to play this weekend, and you decided to play your backup here at Oldham. Good choice?
Yeah, it ended up being a good choice. I knew Lexi was the best deck. I think we all figured that out this week, and I lost so many games to Lexi in testing as Oldham, and I didn't feel very good about that matchup. Someone asked me for tips, and I was like, well, it's not a really good form. I don't really want to share my secrets. And they were like, come on, Michael. And I was like, okay, lean closer. Just lose. That's just how it felt. Yeah. But I was like, you know what? I built the Lexi deck. I brought it. I haven't had any chance to play paper Lexi because I've been in Spain. Mm-hmm. And so I'm like goldfishing. I don't even have an opponent. I'm just like goldfishing some hands, and I'm like, I have no idea how to play this hero. Like, you can play on Talishar, you can play online, but like the actual mechanical paper playing it is like a different experience in the flesh and blood. And I was like, this doesn't feel right. At the same time, young Brody shows up, and he's like asking me questions about Oldham, and I'm like, Brody, you cannot be asking me these type of questions before the Pro Tour about Oldham. These are like rudimentary Oldham 101. Why are you playing Oldham? He's like, well, I didn't bring my Lexi cards. And I was like,
there you go.
And last round of Swiss, table 1. It's Brody, it's me. He has my cards, I have my cards, and I was like, it's my cards in table 1. Felt pretty good.
Yeah, your whole team did really well this weekend, but yes. Of course you with the highest finish. Now, there was a question that a lot of people wanted to know, like, what was the scariest moment for you this whole weekend? What was like the moment where you were a little worried? And I don't know, was it during that epic about 2-hour match during the semifinal? Because you told me you thought you were going to lose.
The moment I took off my sweater is when I was like, I am almost 99% dead, and I need to play tight, because that was the turn I just made a mistake. I just killed a Chroma mirror guy, and I got lulled into thinking the Chroma didn't have Phantasm. And I just like crowned ramparted, and then I was like, what am I doing? I could have just popped it. And I felt like I was in this haze, and I took off my hoodie, and I was just like, I gotta like get down to business. And I didn't realize down to business was trying to fatigue the Dromai through another hour and a half. But that was like the scariest moment for me, because like all of this tournament, like I truly don't think Oldham is that strong, but you have playability into almost everybody. And if you don't make mistakes, they make like one mistake. That min-max 1 life is like all you really need to win. And I just made a huge mistake on camera in the semifinals of a Pro Tour. And I was like, no more mistakes. We got to play super tight from here on out. And that was like the scariest moment for me. But I was also like the most like, I think if you watch my face, my demeanor changes. I could feel it. Like absolutely. I was like, every single part of me needs to like get back up into gear, pick up my bootstraps, and like, let's play this game. So that was like scary, but like, from the precipice of like doom comes like the hope,
That's like very poetic, very nice. I don't know if I could put that any better.
Words are just coming out.
I'll just say it easily that was one of the greatest games I've ever seen in my life. It's easily the longest one I've ever seen, but unbelievable play from you to win that match from there. One question I want to know is, At one moment, did it sink in? Has it sunk in yet that you're a Pro Tour champion? Like, was it awkward for you to play the last turn, or were you holding your breath right before you pummeled to win the Pro Tour? Like, when did it realize on you, I'm a Pro Tour champion?
Oh my gosh. I don't just like. I think actually, to be honest, Mara, I love you. You're a phenomenal player.
Absolutely.
When I attacked her with a pulverize, and she gave me all 4 cards, and they were all 2 blocks, I was like, this is the exact reason I've been attacking you the entire game. There's so many 2 blocks in that version. I can't do that against Yuha. Yuha also phenomenal opponent. No 2 blocks in that list. And I was like, I felt like all of the training and practice that I had done previously on Ultim finally paid off because I got to see her deck list. So I knew like, what she was running with. And I just felt like that moment I had basically won. Like I think maybe she kind of felt that way too. Like when you go like that was just such a big like damage swing. And then from then on my deck still just like drew hands that were just like good. And I was just like if you're gonna win a Pro Tour, this is how you win, right? You just draw hands that are great. And I don't know. I feel so lucky, by the way. I don't know how many like different things had to align for this to happen.
It was a lot.
I still don't think I have a great Lexi matchup. And I dodged Lexi the entire top 8, despite there being 4. So, there's a lot to be said. A lot to be said.
Well, you're a calling winner. Now you're a Pro Tour winner. No one can ever take that from you. Great work all weekend. Congratulations yet again. And thanks for everybody at home for watching all weekend long. Thanks to the judge staff, the committee that we had working here with us this weekend, and all the other casters that helped bring this broadcast to life this weekend. James White is right over here to the side. Thanks a lot as well. For everybody at home, thanks for watching from Pro Tour Baltimore. We'll see you next event.
I love you, Leslie.